नमस्कार विद्यार्थी मित्रांनो, बघा इन प्रिव्हियस पिरियड वी स्टडीड अबाउट द साऊंड. डिफरंट कन्सेप्ट्स आर देअर. आपण वेगवेगळ्या कन्सेप्ट्स मागच्या पिरियडमध्ये पाहिल्या होत्या की वी स्टार्ट विथ द डेफिनेशन ऑफ साऊंड. देन व्हॉट इज द साऊंड? तर सिम्पली वी कॅन से इट इज द electromagnetic waves which causes the sensation of hearing, that is called as sound. After then we studied the types of sound. There are the two types of sound, that is longitudinal wave and second is the transfer waves. Simply we can say the sound having the particularly medium for its propagation, and that propagation is particularly in the form of waves. Okay, now this is the particularly previous topic. After then we studied the different concepts, just like we can say the compression and the rarefaction. After then the density and pressure, how the density and pressure created when the sound waves get propagated. Okay, after then next topic is here, that is the particularly we can say that is the velocity of sound. Then what is the velocity of sound? So simply we can say it is the distance covered by the wave, or it is a distance covered by a point on the wave, by a point on the wave in unit time, that is called as the velocity of sound. So simply for this a simple experiment which you can particularly try in your home, you can easily try it. Simply we can say, if you go to particular staircases, you know that in your home or in your building there are the staircases of iron, so that you have to go there along with your friend and tell your friend particularly away from 20 to 25 feet distance from you, and after then ask him to tap the stone on the particular iron rod, and you have to particularly press your ear in the another particularly end of this pipe. Then you can hear the sound from both the sides. One is from the air and second is from the iron pipe. So in this particular situation you can particularly observe that the sound particularly reaches near to your ear or in your ear fastly in the iron pipe, not from the air. So that we can say the sound waves can travel faster in the solids. It can travel faster in the particularly iron pipe. Second time we can say it travels slowly in the air medium. So that the conclusion is that from this activity the particular sound waves goes faster in the solids and it is particularly go slower in the air medium. This is the conclusion about the activity. After then here we have the particular the velocity of sound. Then what is the velocity of sound? So simply we can say it is a distance covered by a point on the wave, by a point on the wave per unit time, that is called as the velocity of sound, and it is represented by the formula just like this. The velocity of sound, now the velocity is equal to the distance upon time, just like the we can say we studied earlier in the motion. Okay, so that the velocity is called as the distance upon time, but we know that the velocity is also equal to the wavelength upon time period, that is lambda upon capital T. What happened? So simply we can say when we particularly measure the velocity of sound, then any point of the sound wave which is particularly covers a distance, that is the wavelength, that is the wavelength, the distance covered by the wave, that is the wavelength in time period, that is time t, capital T. So that we can write here this formula: distance upon time, distance covered by the wave on a point on the particularly we can say the wave, then it is equal to the wavelength, and the time is time period, that is equal to time t. So that the formula becomes the lambda upon time t. Once again we can say the 1 upon t, the reciprocal of the time period, that is equal to the mu. Mu is the frequency of sound, frequency of sound wave. So that 1 upon time t, that is equal to mu. So that this formula becomes velocity equal to wavelength into frequency, that is lambda into mu. This is the required formula of the velocity of sound. Got it? Now this is the velocity of sound. In next period we have to study the which factors affect the velocity of sound. Okay, there are so much particular factors which affecting the velocity of sound. We have to study it in next period. Before that, the conclusion from this particular period, or before that conclusion of this topic, is that the sound waves can travel faster in the gas, in the solid mediums, and it is slower travels in the gaseous medium. This is the particularly conclusion of this activity. Okay, got it? All right, we will see the another topic in the next period. Thank you.